Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a brand new Doctor video. Today I'm gonna talk about the new updated version of my Mech Shaman. Yeah, it's fine here, TGT is out, it is released, it is real, and this is a Shaman deck. Yeah, there are not too many changes just because basically most of the TG cards are not too great, but yeah, I think that Mech Shaman might come back a little bit in the tournament scene just because it kinda counters all the decks that are played in the tournament right now. And without further ado, I'm gonna just jump right into the deck list. Double Earthshock is the first card in my deck, and as you guys know, I tend to play double Hex in tournaments just for Ancient of Wars, Druid of Claws, Taunts, Sludge Belchers and all that stuff. And I think Hex fit in better prior because I didn't add the Totem Golems. I had less Overload for turn 3, so but now with Totem Golems and Fire God Destroyers, I just want to have more 1 mana cards, and the Shaman has actually access to quite some 1 mana removal or damage cards with the Earthshock, Lightning Bolt and Rockbiter, which is like a great amount. And Earthshock is very similar to Hex, it's not too bad. A lot of Mech Shamans even play double Earthshock in their mech decks. I think it's a pretty good card. It basically does the same as a Hex, just it's slightly weaker, as you know, but it's very great to establishing board control early on against like other Mech Shamans, Hound Creepers, all that stuff, mini bots and all those like cards that can be silenced. So it will not disrupt your curve too much just because it costs 1 mana. Double Lightning Bolt is pretty standard in the newer version of Shaman decks because you tend to play more phase damage spells because you will transition into phase damage, pure phase damage at some point once you lose board control basically. So it's a great card in this type of deck. It scales with Spell Power Totem, which is nice. Double Rockbiter, very great with the Doomhammer synergy and the Zap-O-Matic. If you get that combo out, you will most of the time just win the game. Cockmaster, the best 1-drop in the game. It has mech synergy. It has no drawback if you get the mech out, so it's a great card. When you go first, you basically just want to have this card. Double Crackle, it's a great amount of damage output for 2 mana. Even though it has 1 overload, it's still a great card because it can, even with a Spell Power Totem, it can go up to 7 damage, which is insanity. Double Annoytron, I think it was cool to play Double Annoytron. Compared to other mech decks where you just run 1 Annoytron in Shaman, it's very good against Warrior, especially when he has to waste 2 weapon charges to kill it. It's very great to protect your Zap-O-Matic and Mech Warpers and Totem Golem now. Double Mech Warper, nothing to say there, it's pretty standard in mech decks. It's a great card, it has like a mini innovate effect, which is great. If you get your other mechs out faster, it's just insanity. Totem Golem, yeah, that's the new TGT card that I included. I tested Tusker Totemic, but I didn't like it too much. It's too RNG, the totems are usually very bad, you get and useless. And it doesn't synergize with the Totem Golem, and Totem Golem fits much better in this type of play style. Just early aggression, very early board control. Almost nothing can kill a Totem Golem when you coin it out on 2. It contests the Dionysus Aspirant. And yeah, it doesn't die to a Vorax, doesn't die to a Dark Bomb, it sticks on the board, and with a lot of very cheap spells, you can actually, just play stuff on curve, another, like more 2-drops, you have the 1 mana spells to contest the board, it's just great. Whirling Zap-O-Matic, pretty standard, it's a great card, great mech for 2 mana that Shaman has available. Power Mace that buffs your mechs, makes the Zap-O-Matic just a monster that has to be dealt with. If your Zap-O-Matic attacks once that is buffed, you just destroy your opponents. I don't play Hex or Tusker Totemic, as I mentioned. I think it's too bad. I don't want to play Flamethorn Totem, even though this is very minion-centric deck. Just because Mana Totem sucks if you don't have a board, and if you have a board, you will win anyways. And you don't really want to fight for board control too much. You rather want to go face. Oftentimes you have the 1 mana spells to remove annoying minions from your opponent, and then you want to go face with the rest. Face is the goal of this deck. 1 Lava Burst. Luckily, finally, I could cut my second Lava Burst. The card sucks. It's 5 damage for 5 mana, which is terrible. To overload is never good. But you want to transition at some point into pure phase damage, and Lava Burst is this 1 additional card that helps you transition into phase damage. And when it's your last card that is played, then you don't actually get punished by the Overlord, because then you just do 5 damage for 3 mana, which is actually kind of good. Spider Tank, just a standard 3 mana minion. We don't have any many 3 mana spells, 3 mana minions. It's a mech. It's great with the mech whopper. What to say there? Fire Guard Destroyer, as I mentioned, it's a similar card to the Totem Golem, 1 Overlord, which is very annoying for the curve, but we have a lot of 1 mana removals and spells and minions, and so your turns will not be too clunky. And yeah, it's a great card. It will usually not get silenced, and it's very bad if you roll 7 attack if your opponent is holding a BGH. Palette Shredder, probably arguably the best mech in the game. It's a 4-drop, just helps you curve out this deck perfectly into mid game. And we finish off the deck with Double Doomhammer Lower Tap. Lower Tap is a great card to protect your board and helps you get an additional turn of phase damage against your opponent, and it will usually just seal out the game. Doomhammer, just a crazy card, but do you want more? 16 damage for 5 mana. If you get a Rockbiter Doomhammer combo, yeah, it's just so much damage that your opponent would not be able to handle it. So that's the new version, updated version of my Mech Shaman. Yeah, I'm also gonna show you some games, and I hope you guys enjoy it.